Good information there. Elected officials spend much of their time in the public eye, and it's not uncommon for them to receive threats and backlash for the job they're elected to do. Our Quentin Smith speaks with a sheriff who's received several death threats. He joins us live in the studio with that story. Quentin?
Joey, Lee County Sheriff Jim Johnson has received multiple threats in the 14 years he's been in office. Many people look at elected officials as easy targets because of the position they hold. Now, Sheriff Johnson acknowledges these types of things do come with the job. However, in the end, they're still human beings, and receiving threats is something they don't take lightly.
It's scary to think that there are people out there, and it seems to be more prevalent today, that people exercise their hatred towards you.
Scary and aggravating. That's how Lee County Sheriff Jim Johnson says it feels to be threatened for doing his job.
In my 14 years as elected sheriff, we've prosecuted 2 individuals that personally targeted me, who sent threats, who actually did a hiring to have me killed.
Johnson's job is high profile and keeps him in the public eye. He says early on in his career, threats came face to face. Now, with the social media explosion, the keyboard is rapidly becoming a weapon of choice. Johnson says he's received threats via email as well as on social media.
The Post said Jim Johnson needs to die. I mean, they specifically named me. They specifically named what needed to happen to me.
The sheriff says social media has become a popular avenue for people to express their hatred towards elected officials.
It's aggravating when your kids come home and they say, "Daddy, did you see what somebody wrote about you?" or things of that nature. You know, it's a little unsettling, but it's not going to make us stop doing what's right.
Many times, people will make a threat towards elected officials, but then say they are expressing their right to freedom of speech. However, Johnson wants to see new laws passed that would protect officials from these types of threats.
There's going to have to be some consequences at some point in time for people that claim to have freedom of speech, but it's really geared toward hatred and threats. I think they're definitely going to have to look at some legislation to see that could possibly change.
Now, when it comes to threatening a public official, there could be a price to pay. Sheriff Johnson said a person can face felony charges and spend up to 5 years behind bars. Joey, back to you.